This 13-year-old started her 7th grade year as a regular California girl, and like most of her friends, she dreamed of fame.
4,000 views to 70,000 views in one night.
Now here's a teenage pop star who's even worse than Miley Cyrus.
Every single wants to be like me. I'm a fucking legend, all the boys agree. Send me all your money, cause my time ain't free. I just wanna hit my on the shopping spree.
Nobody wants to feel like the entire world is laughing at them.
Famous, so you blame us. Shut the f and entertain us. Love me, go wild. Let my hair blow a kiss and smile. Ain't no one can come for my style.
The single biggest act of bullying in world history.
But it also launched a national debate about whether it really was the worst song ever.
I'm your internet idol. Straight from internet idol. Come and get you some screen. I'm too hot for your screen. I'm your internet idol. Straight from internet idol. You should come to my party. And get down like iCarly.
Okay, we're on. Hi, I'm Rebecca Black.
Be a dream on your TV screens.
I was born in Irvine, California on June 21st, 1997. It was a Saturday. Sorry to disappoint some of you guys.
Rebecca Black was just a typical girl in 8th grade.
Hey guys, it's Rebecca. Welcome to my official YouTube channel.
Growing up in Anaheim, California, she loved to sing, play the piano, and participate in her school's musical theater program. But by the end of the school year, Rebecca's life would completely change, as soon everyone in the world would know her name. The teen pop star boom of the 90s and early 2000s created an entire generation of aspiring pop stars. And like many 13-year-olds in the 2010s, Rebecca Black dreamed of having a singing career when she was older.
I was one of those little girls that would practice my autograph ever since I was like 5 years old.
I've always been the kind of girl that loved being on stage. I mean, we had like a couple stages at my school, and I was the girl that would get on stage at lunch and sing and do cartwheels.
So when she heard one of her friends from middle school had just done their own music video, she knew it was right up her alley. Wanting to do her own music video, Rebecca asked her schoolmate how they got their video produced. And this is when her friend recommended Arc Music Factory. After the generation who grew up on the Disney Channel formula were old enough to be on Disney Channel themselves, there was a large increase in agencies that would produce music videos or take headshots for an upfront cost, oftentimes making false promises of fame and fortune to unsuspecting parents and their children. Arc Music Factory is a small production company that was co-founded by Patrice Wilson and Clarence J. They produced songs and music videos for mainly preteen girls, with parents paying them between $2,000 to $4,000 with a promise that if the video surpasses 100,000 views on YouTube, these kids could start making money. Rebecca thought it would be perfect. She could get some studio experience and shoot a fun music video with her friends.
This was really just to do a cool thing and have it on my resume when I was, applying to colleges. And oh yeah, she did a music video when she was in 8th grade. Woohoo! And so.
So you didn't expect this to be on iTunes, basically?
No. No. Actually, we were talking to some of the people that worked with the company I produced it with, and they had said, oh yeah, and if you get to like 100,000 views, you can actually get paid. And I was like, stop talking, it's not gonna happen. I thought it would get a few hundred views, because I had actually put like something on YouTube years ago and it got like 100 views, and so I was like, I won't get anything, it'll be fine.
It seemed like a no-brainer, so Rebecca asked her mom Georgina, who is a veterinarian, if she would pay Arc Music Factory $4,000 to have a song and music video produced. Georgina, wanting to support her daughter and give her a fun experience, said yes. Patrice Wilson, who writes the songs for these children and is featured rapping in almost every video he produces, quickly started working on a song for Rebecca Black. First, he sent her a song about a girl being a superhero for a boy, but Rebecca wasn't comfortable as she was just 13. So next up, he sent her the song Friday. This was the beginning of what would be the biggest YouTube video of 2011. A 13-year-old Rebecca Black was about to embark on a career unlike anything the world had ever seen. Her aspirations of having a music career were about to come true, just not in the way she, her family, her friends, or the general public could have ever imagined. As autumn left and winter approached, Rebecca left school school for her holiday break. During this time, an excited 8th grade Rebecca Black went to the studio to record her first single, Friday. Shortly after, she gathered her friends and family at her house and recorded her very first music video. This was a really exciting time for Rebecca, as she'd always been interested in creating music, and it was finally happening. On February 10th, 2011, Arc Music Factory posted the Friday music video to their YouTube channel. Rebecca had not actually seen the final product until she got a notification that the music video was live. Rebecca was really excited about what she had created and showed her close friends and family. These were really the only people who'd seen the music video in the first month it was uploaded. After that, they moved on and didn't really think much of it.
All the kids are people that were friends of mine at school. I rounded up 10 or 15 of them, and I mean, it was truly filmed at my dad's house in like the driveway. So I didn't see a single version of the video before it went out. I was super critical of myself. I just remember the first thing that I saw was like this huge zit on my face. And I just remember thinking like, okay, so that's what I look like on camera. Interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. I had no expectations for what the video was gonna do. The most that I expected was that like it'll go out and then my grandma will maybe see it and then I'll move on with my life.
But nothing could have prepared a 13-year-old Rebecca Black for March 11, when the course of her life would change forever.
I was on my way home from school and I remember getting like an email. Somebody had commented, hey, I just saw this on Tosh.0. The song sucks, but you're gonna be big, or it's gonna be big.
That blog post would end up being a complete turning point in Rebecca's life. Rebecca's phone started going off non-stop. Thousands of views started flooding in, and with the views came the comments. It was all happening so fast. Her video even officially passed Baby by Justin Bieber as the world's most disliked video on YouTube. Friday was growing in views at rates no one had seen before. Forbes cited the video as proof that social media was where the world was headed. Rebecca's name began trending non-stop. The video spread like wildfire, and Rebecca was at the center of the world's attention. This would lay the groundwork for one of the largest bullying campaigns against a child the World Wide Web had ever seen. Rebecca's career was just taking off, and Friday was a smash hit.
When did you realize that this video had gone viral?
Probably after seeing it go from 4,000 views to 70,000 views in one night, and then waking up and it was at 200,000 views.
The tween pop singers become a huge overnight sensation
and is the hottest trending topic on Twitter.
16 million hits.
2 million downloads last night alone.
Hair flip, never pay. Walking down the runway. Tight dress, I must confess. Just do what I say.
The singer has generated more buzz online this year than any pop star in the world.
Baby, I always win first.
It's obviously made Rebecca Black an instant hit.
The biggest pop culture sensation of the year.
Baby, I always win first. Walk past, shoulders back, strutting with the girly slack. Walk past, shoulders back, strutting with the girly slack.
Have you seen the most viral video in the past week?
No, it's one of the greatest songs ever written.
Justin Bieber is getting a run for his money with this.
She is now totally famous.
167 million hits.
To see yourself on TV where everybody is watching, and a 13-year-old girl from Orange County is weird, but it's cool.
Rebecca Black is a genius, and anyone that's telling her she's cheesy is full of shit.
Have you seen some of the video parodies of your song? What do you think of those?
I've seen some of them.
My friends are in the car, on the right, on the left, now they fell out. No one's in the front seat, no one's in the back seat. Oh, look at all these seats, which seat can I? Whoa, now I fell out of the car. It's Saturday.
Head to church on Sunday. Everybody's looking forward to the Easter weekend.
Monday, it's the best day after Sunday. 5 super fantastic days until the weekend. Tuesday, gotta do a hop on Tuesday. Write an essay, do ballet, then we'll see how much we weigh.
Wednesday, getting down on Wednesday. Everybody's looking forward to Eve. Worshiping,
yeah.
Worshiping,
yeah. It's Thursday's the day before Friday, the day after Wednesday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and Sunday comes after work.
It's Black Friday, gotta go to Kohl's on Black Friday. Everybody's going there at midnight, Black Friday.
I think They can either be really hilarious
Right.
and make me laugh, like till I cry,
Right.
but others are really lame. Like,
Really?
I think they're like wow.
It's like feeling like this naive little girl in a world of adults that fully knew what they're doing. When I saw the comments on the video was immediately when I knew what was happening. And as soon as I saw those comments was when I knew what kind of attention the video was getting, which wasn't necessarily at all good. Nobody wants to feel like the entire world is laughing at them, no matter what age you're at.
Rebecca Black. Friday.
It starts out and there's like this calendar and it keeps flipping through the days of the week while a cartoon version of her annoying face is sitting up there singing with her little harmonies like yeah, yeah.
You ugly! You can't sing! And instead of Friday, it'll all be Saturday, you ugly.
She's clearly standing in front of a green screen as her family, her fake family, because I would disown this.
I wouldn't even put a flag on your face and roll Florida.
She sounds awful. You can tell there's auto-tune, so that's when you really know you sound awful. If auto-tune can't save you, then you really have no talent and you sound like
I think I was just so much more sad than I wanted to admit that was what had happened.
Can't dance!
Friday.
Can't sing!
Tomorrow is Saturday.
Rotating!
And Sunday comes afterwards.
Friday! You ugly!
The song is annoying, she's annoying, her facial expressions are annoying, and I sincerely hope that her career goes nowhere.
It's also made her a target for extreme hatred and cyberbullying.
At the center of it all, Rebecca Black, just 13 years old, becoming an overnight celebrity, but also facing a terrible backlash.
I know this is a big problem, especially for kids your age. Cruel comments. And it got pretty nasty. How do you handle that? Is it tough?
Well, when I first saw it, I used to look at them all the time, and I cried, you know.
Congrats on your 3 million dislikes. I can only imagine how being Rebecca Black would be.
But I'm 13,
yeah.
So
The hate comments were everywhere.
being a teenager, you know, you care about what other people think about you.
Sure.
No one can prep you for that kind of a thing.
I was like, oh, the world hates me. I'm gonna die.
Her song Friday is the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. Even deaf people are complaining.
They can say things like that just to get to me.
In her bedroom, she reads hateful words online.
You're so fat, and you'll never be pretty. You suck at singing. I hope you go and I think you should get an because that'll make you prettier.
When I walk by, they'll start singing Friday in a really nasally voice.
I became unbelievably depressed. And trapped in this body of what I thought the world would see me as forever, when I hadn't even finished growing.
When did depression become a real thing in your mind?
I don't know if there was a specific moment. I just kind of found myself there.
There's something so brutal when you're 13 about people telling you that you don't belong here.
Have you cried at all throughout all of this, or are you just strong?
When I first saw all these nasty comments, I did cry. I felt like this was my fault and I shouldn't have done this, and this is all because of me.
I hate her voice. It's gonna be stuck in my head for life. Friday, 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 OMG.
I think that's an accomplishment, you know? Even a person that doesn't like it, it's gonna be stuck in their head. So that's the point of it. It's a catchy song.
Friday quickly became one of the most disliked videos on the entire platform of YouTube. To this day, it is still on the top 20 list for most disliked video. As the views and dislikes continued to flood in, Rebecca would continue to be bullied on a global scale.
The lyrics are not my favorite at all, but good for her for being so strong through everything that she's getting, because I feel like a lot of people are saying tons of different things about her and weighing in and feeling entitled to just diss on her. She's a little girl who's doing what she wants to do. Leave her alone.
Article after article would come out. CNN would even go as far as reporting on pregnancy rumors about the 13-year-old. Rumors Rebecca would then have to dispel on Twitter. But it wasn't just the internet bullying Rebecca. She was still in middle school when all of this was happening, and kids can be really harsh at times. Bullying by her peers was a contributing factor to Rebecca inevitably needing to be pulled out of school and having to be homeschooled instead. The backlash for what was supposed to just be a fun experience for a middle schooler got very dark very quickly.
It's the YouTube sensation people love to hate. So much so that the 13-year-old star, Rebecca Black, has now apparently received death threats.
We consider these threats to be threats, and we certainly take these things very seriously.
The threats came shortly after the release of the video, one by email, one by phone, both demanding she pull the song from YouTube or else. Black recently told my colleague Andrea Canning she was shocked at the mean things people were saying.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you.
Some of the comments are violent too. For instance, one suggests Black go in a hole.
It's so shocking to me having all these people that don't even know who I am can say such nasty things.
Although the Anaheim police acknowledge that threats may just be mean-spirited snipes, authorities are taking it seriously.
Specifically, they mentioned that they were going to take her life, and that's where you have to draw the line.
For a young woman enjoying her first taste of fame, a glimpse at the dark side of celebrity.
Despite all of the backlash Friday would receive to this point, Friday was still on its way to receiving 200 million views. But those views were all on the Arc Music Factory YouTube channel, so all monetization from the video was filtering through Arc. Patrice Wilson and Clarence J and their company were quick to capitalize even more on the viral sensation by creating a Friday ringtone, putting the song on iTunes, and even going as far as advertising Rebecca Black as an Arc Music Factory exclusive recording artist, which was untrue. Large sums of money were now on the line, sparking legal troubles behind the scenes between Rebecca's parents and Arc Music Factory. The lawyer representing Rebecca's parents sent a letter to Arc Music Factory accusing them of copyright infringement and unlawful exploitation of publicity rights, alleging that Arc had not turned over the masters for Friday or the music video. Rebecca's mom had paid the higher fee of $4,000 to Arc Music Factory, and per their original agreement, Rebecca was to own 100% of the rights to her song and video. It was further alleged that Arc was exploiting Rebecca's likeness and song through YouTube, iTunes, Amazon, and their website. The potential lawsuit between Arc and the Black family started to cause some massive turmoil between the co-founders of Arc. Patrice Wilson and Clarence J seemed to have differing opinions on how Arc should proceed, considering Arc was being heavily criticized and accused of exploiting pre-teen children.
My name is Patrice Wilson. I'm actually the CEO and the founder of Arc Music Factory.
Could you elaborate for us where you stand on these comments and posts that say what you're doing is wrong and that you're kids?
The whole goal is to bring people together and show young people that, hey, we can make great music and keep it clean and safe and have fun. Look at Rebecca Black. She basically is a viral star and she's appearing on different TV shows, and that's a success right there.
A lawsuit over exploiting Rebecca Black would certainly not help their image. Patrice Wilson stated in an interview he was in communication with Rebecca's mom and would hand everything over to her. Meanwhile, co-founder Clarence J was opposed to this. His lawyer stated that the agreement between the Black family and Arc Music Factory was not approved by the courts. Clarence even accused Patrice of locking him out of the Arc Music Factory website. This inevitably led to the dynamic duo of creating viral preteen music videos to part ways. 2 months later, in June of 2011, just when Friday had reached 167 million views, it suddenly disappeared from the Arc YouTube channel for copyright infringement. People wondered if Friday would ever be coming back to the internet, as it took 3 months before Friday would finally be re-uploaded to Rebecca Black's YouTube channel, indicating that there may have been even more legal struggles behind the scenes during that 3-month period. Arc Music Factory was officially over. Patrice Wilson now had to trendy brand. So he started a new production company called Pato World Music, where he would keep trying to recreate the success of Friday. But as Patrice kept trying to make the next Rebecca Black, his tactics got more and more extreme. Patrice even caught the eye of H3H3 Productions when he released a very concerning music video starring, yet again, another preteen girl.
Welcome back, guys, to yet another episode of Ethan Yella. We're here with one of the best memes of all time, Patrice Wilson. I mean, come on, we all know him, and we all love him, especially the kids. Very popular with the kids, I've heard. What happened with this video, Shush Up, is that it was way too gone, featuring an 8-year-old, and basically a couple of days after Patrice posted it, it was taken down.
Yeah.
People were upset.
Articles and stuff.
Yeah, people were it was going mainstream media. So guys, buckle up, because it only gets weirder from here.
Any last words?
Gold is the new black.
Oh, that was like a diss at Rebecca Black, wasn't it? Gold is the new black, because Rebecca Black was his flag lady.
Gold is the new black.
So shots fired here officially at Rebecca Black. You remember Patrice Wilson?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good,
okay.
I'm glad.
Okay.
Because I got a weird one.
It's gotta be pretty weird.
For those of you who don't know, he makes
He made Friday.
He made Friday. He made all these videos with this little blonde girl, Allison Gold. So recently, just a couple of days ago, he erased all the videos on his channel. And all he has now is a live stream. I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's counting down till December 1st. That's 319 hours. And look at this cryptic. It just says, it's like a bunch of gibberish, and then at the end it says -H3H3. It was super creepy. We pulled up the live stream when Post Malone was here, and the countdown faded to a shower curtain, a live stream of a shower curtain, a really creepy, seedy one. And it was shots of him walking through a graveyard.
I am using H3's name for gain. I am using H3's name for gain.
So I'm sitting at home trying to relax after a long, stressful week, and I've got Patrice's live stream open with my name and a close-up reoccurring of a Raimi tombstone. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm freaked. So I'm like, Hila, get your leaving. I'm leaving the house. And we get in the car, we drive to a Ralph's parking lot. And we're sitting there waiting out the timer. So the countdown finally expires, and this is what comes on Patrice's live stream.
It's so sad. You sick me. You sick me.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there in my car this is so stupid. What is my life right now? Listening to Patrice Wilson talk about bullying with a pitch shift on his voice. This guy got in my head, Patrice Wilson.
Luckily for Rebecca, she had very supportive parents who not only fought to get the rights back to her song, but they also fought to sever any ties between Rebecca and these shady production companies such as ARC. Now with Friday back on Rebecca's channel, the views started flooding in again and things were really starting to look up for her. Rebecca wasn't going to let all the harsh backlash she had been receiving stop her from going after her dreams. Instead, she was going to use that backlash to push forward.
For anyone who's been bullied or is being bullied right now, I've been there and I know how they feel. And so it really sucks being bullied. One thing that you can't do is let them stop you from doing what you want to do. So if you put up a video saying that you want to be a singer and that you sing a song, and if you're amazing or if you're not so amazing, I mean, whatever those people say, if you really want to be a singer, then be a singer. Just don't let them stop you.
Her motivation to persevere is especially incredible considering she was just a child.
To address the members of the Rebecca Black hate mob directly for a moment, dear imbeciles, thanks to your hard work, Rebecca Black, who you dismissed as a hopeless wannabe, is now a bona fide megastar.
All magical things happen on a Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, 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 partying. Fun, fun, fun.
Black, who is pretty famous on the internet, is in this music video because she is synonymous with Fridays. That classic narrative of like geek to hot girl, and Rebecca is the one that makes me over.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
The Orange County teenager who struck overnight fame with her hit song Friday, before then going on to star in Katy Perry's video for Last Friday Night, is stepping up to the plate once again with a comeback track called My Moment.
Rebecca Black has reinvaded the internet once again. The Baxter released her video for My Moment today,
saying that it's meant to be an empowering song about getting over the haters.
Back off, because this is her moment, not yours.
I'm here for my wardrobe fitting for my new music video, so let's get started.
We had amazing choreography and a lot of my backup dancers and the choreographer were from So You Think You Can Dance, and I watched that show, so it's very cool to me.
Rebecca Black will be releasing a new video next week, and no, it won't be called Saturday.
Shocking news this morning, Glee is going to cover Rebecca Black.
I am the biggest Gleek you will ever meet, and Friday was on Glee, which is pretty amazing.
It looks like Rebecca has had a bit of a star makeover as well, and we are totally digging her revamped hairstyle.
Now My Moment's doing really well. What's next for you?
I have an EP coming out.
The past few years had been an absolute roller coaster for Rebecca. She had been plucked from obscurity and blasted across every corner of the internet. In 2012, Rebecca may have taken control of her career, but in 2013, she would begin taking control of her own narrative by uploading YouTube videos every week. Between 2012 and 2014, the world saw the rise of the modern-day YouTuber. From collectives of influencers and personalities like O2L to comedians who primarily did lighthearted challenges like Glozell Green and Miranda Sings. The crossover between YouTube and the mainstream was getting closer and closer, and it was the first time we saw content on YouTube as a platform shift from parodies and prank videos to lifestyle vlogs and makeup tutorials, and Rebecca Black was a huge part of this rise.
I reacted to my own song Friday, and you guys really seem to like that one, so thank you so much for all the positive feedback on that. I'm just really glad you guys liked it.
I'm here today to tell you that I'm starting to make videos every week.
She had already experienced the perils of fame at full speed ahead for 2 years at this point.
Move over, Gaga and Justin Bieber. Rebecca Black is officially more popular than you both.
And unfortunately, she wasn't seeing any friends from school like she used to. Friday had given her so many opportunities, but it also ripped her life as she knew it away from her.
Before anything with the Friday video happened, or before I started making videos or anything like that, I was never really a shy person. Things got a little weird when I went back to high school. I just found myself trying to be really reserved, and I had a hard time like making friends just because when I walked into that school, everyone had their own preconceived idea of who I was. Some people thought I was a crazy party girl, other people thought I was like an unsocial prude. I don't know. I just tried to lay low and ignore all the laughs and weird stares.
So she turned towards the only place she knew would understand, the internet.
This girl is Alexa Losi. You guys also may know her. She's a YouTuber, Smoky Pink Leopard. We started to talk and text back and forth, and we realized that we lived very close to each other, so we thought, hey, might as well hang out. I had nothing to lose since I really didn't have any friends. Her and her friend Derek came and picked me up, and I had the best night that I had had in so long, and I finally felt myself again. After this, I got introduced to the world of YouTubers, and I cannot thank Alexa enough for being able to bring me into that, because meeting them was the best thing that had ever happened to me.
Happy birthday!
And then in March of 2013, a little something called Playlist Live came around, and that just changed my life.
Hello, this is Glozell. Is you okay? Is you good? Because I want to know. All right, I just want you to know this is the powerhouse. This is VidCon. If you haven't been out there at VidCon, you haven't been to VidCon. Okay, this is Rebecca Black. Go ahead, tell her who you are. Guess what? Go ahead.
My name is Rebecca Black.
That's right.
And
she's amazing. Okay, try to talk her viral hit. You can't do it. You can't do it.
If I shut you out, I think I'd break your social blade. Social blade, social blade. Think I'd break your social blade. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Social
Hi guys, I'm Rebecca Black and I'm a VidCon.
So if you like this video, then please subscribe.
Due to her weekly uploads, Rebecca was amassing a huge audience. Not only did she use her channel to connect with her long-term supporters, but she was also able to release more music, and in return, gain hundreds of thousands of new fans. Arc Music Factory may have thought Rebecca's success was formulaic.
Gold is the new black.
But the success of her new music was proving that Rebecca was a force to be reckoned with. One of her new songs would end up being the sequel to Friday, naturally named Saturday. She filmed the video with a bunch of her YouTube friends and included tons of callbacks to the original Friday music video. This made huge waves and seemed like the beginning of a true Rebecca Black renaissance. She was finally doing things her way with her new management.
I have spent so long trying to perfect this and make it absolutely amazing, and part of me wanted to do this because I, wanted to be like, ha, this is perfect, yeah, I can sing, y'all can't say anything now, and I just wanted to prove everyone wrong, but at the same time, I have that within myself, I don't need that anymore.
And this would all come to a head when Rebecca auditioned for the second season of the TV show 4. As you know, if you've watched our in-depth series on Britney Spears' conservatorship, singing competition shows can be a make or break moment for someone's career. Rebecca had withstood so much, becoming public enemy #1 at just 13 years old, yet she was still pursuing her dreams. Nothing could knock her down. But this was Rebecca Black reintroducing herself as a serious artist to an audience of people who might only know her from a music video she made when she was 13 years old. This was Rebecca Black's moment. And as always, she was going to make it count.
Everyone's screaming here tonight that they love Rebecca. What do you want to say to everyone here tonight? 20 years old now.
I just want to say, whew, I'm sorry. I never thought I would be able to be here. And it means so much. It means so much. I felt like there was a 13-year-old little girl stuck, so trapped for so long, thinking that no one else would ever be able to look at her differently. And this means...
Even though Rebecca didn't win the competition at the end, she did successfully reintroduce herself to the world.
For so long, I never thought that I would be able to be in a room like that and have so much support and so many people cheering me on. This experience meant so much to me.
This appearance would lay the groundwork for an entirely new sound and style, and Rebecca would transform her entire artistic vision from the ground up, but not without addressing the song that started it all one more time.
9 years after Friday was released, Rebecca made a very vulnerable and open Instagram post reflecting on Friday and the advice she would have given her younger self. This post gave us even more insight into how Friday not only impacted her as a young teen girl, but the lasting effects it had through the years as she was growing into the adult she is today.
Well, it's been 9 years since Rebecca Black's song Friday went viral, and although everyone was obsessing about it at the time, it was deemed the worst song ever.
Remember that song we couldn't get out of our heads? In 2011, Friday spent 6 weeks on the Billboard charts. Rebecca Black is now speaking out very candidly about how that song brought her fame and shame.
Rebecca's sharing this emotional message on social media, reflecting on the 9-year anniversary of the song, writing, "I just wish I could go back and talk to my 13-year-old self, who was terribly ashamed of herself and afraid of the world. To my 15-year-old self, who felt like she had nobody to talk to about the depression she faced.
To my 17-year-old self, who would get to school only to have food thrown at her and her friends. To my 19-year-old self, who had almost every producer and songwriter tell me they'd never work with me."
She added, "I'm trying to remind myself more and more that every day is a new opportunity to shift your reality and lift your spirit.
You are not defined by any one choice or thing. Time heals and nothing is finite. It's a process that's never too late to begin, and so here we go."
Why write this letter to your younger self now?
I just hoped that by potentially being honest, it could just help somebody else find hope.
She really went through everything that was terrible about early stages of social media.
Yeah.
And she went through the things that we now protect people from. And now she sort of uses that story, and she does talks with young girls and, you know, talks to them about the sort of pitfalls of fame and being bullied and social media. And she's turned it all around. I mean, the fact that she could go from that to this, and she's still touring and she's still writing new music, it's incredible. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could go through what she went through and be able to come out on the other side and still want to be public and still stand on a stage.
Rebecca's Instagram post really started to open people's eyes to how horribly the world treated a then 13-year-old Rebecca Black. The apology started flooding in, and Rebecca being back in the news caught the eye of Tosh.0, the very person who helped kickstart Friday into being ultra viral.
Do you blame me for making people aware of the video? Or do you give us credit for making it?
I do give you credit.
Oh, you give us credit for it.
Time.
We were obviously, let's not, you know, we weren't like, oh my God, this is the greatest song in the world. We were like, look at this. This is insanity.
I mean, it was a little bit insane.
I mean, some of the lyrics are silly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your bangs. Are you okay, girl?
I am okay. I'm okay.
You just made a post on Instagram that went viral. It was the 9 year's not a big anniversary of anything.
No, I felt good that day. I posted it. That's about it.
Were you surprised that that became such a popular post?
Yeah. Honestly, like I tried to say just something different.
So you're still in the music world?
I am.
Why in the world would you continue?
Why not? You have something that you want to do, and when you've been wanting to do it since you were a baby, essentially, it's like you're just going to figure it out for yourself. Everybody has that, I think.
For a decade, the song Friday had followed Rebecca. She was always known as a 13-year-old who released the quote, worst song ever. But now the public was on Rebecca's side rooting for her. Rebecca was finally able to put the past behind her as she continued to fearlessly go after her dreams, showing her authentic self through her new music and proving to the world that she is truly an internet idol.
I just wanted to give some advice to all you guys who are dealing with cyberbullying or are thinking about putting up a video on the internet or anything really. We all wish that we could say that, you know, it doesn't bother us. But I just wanted to say that it's okay to cry if someone says something nasty like that. If you have a dream to be a singer or to be a prima ballerina or an actress or a soccer player, just don't let them stop you.
Yeah. Carly. Put me on the cover. Put me Carly. Carly. Put me on the cover. Put me Carly. Get down. Carly. Get down like I 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 get down like Carly. I'm your internet idol, straight from internet Bible. Come and get your sunscreen. I'm too hot for your screen. I'm your internet idol, straight from internet Bible. You should come to my party. I get down like iCarly. I'm your internet idol, straight from internet Bible. Come and get your sunscreen. I'm too hot for your screen. I'm your internet idol, straight from internet Bible. You should come to my party. I get down like iCarly. I'm your internet idol, I'm your internet Bible. Come and get your sunscreen.